Look at the people going live. Yeah, you can see me. Hey, this is my first live stream. Let's get acquainted. Hello, Miss Jackson, Rochelle Jackson Brown. How are you? How's everything been going for you? I'm doing good. I'm doing very well. This is my first live, so um, I really don't know too much to talk about right now. My subject is let's get acquainted. So if you have any questions or whatever, just ask me and I'll answer them the best I can. Hello, Denise Mason. How are you? Okay, you've been following me for a while. Okay, I'm glad to know that. I'm good also. Do you all have any questions you would like to ask me? Oh, thank you. Okay. I know most of the time I make the song short, but that's just the way I do my videos on singing. Hey, Sharon Young. This is my sister, Sharon. Glad to have you in my life. Okay, thank you, Miss Rochelle. I'm glad that I bless you with my songs. Like I say, I just don't sing them long, but um, that's just the way I do with my singing videos. Sometimes I sing them a little longer. That's a talent that the Lord blessed me with. So I believe you ought to use your talent. So what have you all been doing? Have you been cooking good big dinners or sandwiches? Making sandwiches and just I usually cook almost every day. So most of the time it's meals for my family. So I don't do a lot of sandwiches. So what do you all like best? Sandwiches, vegetables like greens, peas, cornbread, For me, I like collard greens, cornbread, a big piece of fried chicken, and a cold bottle of water, and I'm fine. That's a good meal to me. I haven't before. I haven't seen it before, but I would have to hear it. Usually, the way I do, I sort of like go over song a day before, and pretty much the next day, I'm pretty much ready to sing it. But I believe I would try it, but I haven't tried it yet. I sing so many songs. I'm like more like old school singing, but if I listen to it, I think I could do it. I might have to sing it in a maybe a different key because I try to get in practice of not talking with such a, I would say, a heavy voice. But this, like I'm talking now, really is sort of like I'm trying to get in practice of not having such a heavy voice. But anyway, it might would have to be in another key, but I would be willing to try it. Okay, so you love the sweet tea. I love water. I drink mostly water. I would rather have water than tea, pops. Sometimes I drink orange juice, but most of the time it's water. Okay, so you found it the other day? Okay. Is it a long song or is it short? Because every song pretty much that I sing is longer, but I just make them short. I just, for some reason, I do my singing videos and I make those short. And sometimes it be that it all depends. I try to sing songs that really, um, as they will say, that I feel it. Some songs that I sing, it I want it to be when I'm singing, even though it's gospel songs. I mean, I don't just want some songs. I can't really get anything too much out of them. Like some words, I don't really say that I necessarily agree with all the words in the song. So sometimes I might kind of cut the song short to keep from saying some of those words because I like when I'm singing, I don't want to just sing and not singing truth. So that have a lot to do with it sometimes if I don't sing the whole song because I listen to a lot of songs and to me some of the words in the song is not necessarily all true. And I believe if you're singing gospel, you should want to sing truth. Just don't put words that is not really true. So some songs I'll just cut them short. Okay. Well, that's a good song then. If the it's not that long, it says if the Lord never does anything else for me, he's done enough. That should be a good song. I'll listen to it. I sure will. So are you all planning a big Thanksgiving for it's like cooking a lot? Or are you just gonna cook a little? I usually cook a lot of food. Um, Sometimes I cook enough about 15, 20 people. And I have my husband and I have 3 children, but I just cook, I always cook a lot. Are you gonna do the turkey with dressing or the chicken with dressing? But to me, a hen makes better dressing than a turkey. But I think, well, I know my husband rather have turkey. Hey, Topaz Blessings. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. If not, you let me know because I want to pronounce everybody's name right. Yeah, I know about the cooking. It's just something. If you're there by yourself, I guess it you don't have to cook as much. But I'm always used to mostly cooking a big dinner. What? Yes, you did. What did I do? Okay, okay, I pronounced your name correct. Okay, I'm glad. So how's your day been going? I know, I know who you are. I know. So Topaz, are you cooking a are you cooking a lot for Thanksgiving or you don't have any are you gonna go with family and just take a dish? Okay, Denise, I hope everything goes well for you during your surgery and after. Okay. Well, yeah, I know about that. When you got children, they you got some gonna tell you what they want. That's good. I have, like I say, I have three, and they're choices. So I have to. If when I bake, I usually bake a cake that each one likes. Everybody don't like the same cake here. You're welcome, Denise. Okay, well, I appreciate you watching my videos. You know I'm gonna watch yours too. So you had surgery 2 years ago, had spinal surgery. Wow. Well, I mean, if you don't like the if you don't want to cook a turkey, just get you some. Do you like chicken? Just get whatever. Get you some chicken. You can do chicken and dressing, whatever you like. I mean, everybody don't may not eat chicken and dressing for Thanksgiving, but I usually cook it. I usually make it just about every year. So it's what you like, you know, because all of my children don't eat dressing. So I mean, I make a lot of it, but everybody don't like dressing. Some people want greens. Some people want might just want ham, potato salad, whatever you like. But I usually have, if it's not turkey, like I say, a hen makes better dressing to me. But I usually do the turkey because my husband likes the turkey better. But you have to cook what you like. Okay. Well, now I say about the dressing, all you gotta do pretty much is make your good. If you make some good cornbread, you can make dressing. That's the way I think about it. Because really, dressing is cornbread, pretty much. When you add the others to it, that's your dressing, pretty much. If you don't have good cornbread, you probably won't have good dressing. Well, yeah, a hen make better dressing. It's more. I don't know. Am I using the right word for it? But it's more. A hen is more. I guess is it greasy? To me, turkey meat is more dry than a hen would be. But it all depends on what you like. Yeah, I know you need to walk because if you get to where you're not able to walk, it can be it really is a problem. Yes, it is. Hen is more rich in flavor. It is. Okay. Well, I mean, if I would do a video, if I hopefully, I think I might have a video where I was making. I don't know. I don't want to say that because some of my older videos, you probably can look and I was doing like I might have been doing chicken and dressing. But if I do a video, if I make dressing, I'll do a video so you can see it. But it's nothing hard about it to me. Like I say, the best dressing is good cornbread. If you cooking bad cornbread, you're gonna have some bad dressing. And I mean taste bad. Okay, a hen will be good. That'll be good. Okay, you saw the yams? Okay. Well now I like cakes. I um I like cakes, I like pies. I love sweets. But I would rather have a cake than yam. Um like the tea cakes. Have you seen my tea cake video? That's a good dessert too. It's a dessert. It's not real sweet. I did those, and I did the pecan pie, and I do a lot of desserts. Everything I bake is from scratch. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true too about the dressing, Miss Jackson. Miss Brown, rather. Okay. Yeah, look at my tea cake videos. People get me to bake those for, and they are not real sweet. But now, if you want a sweet dessert, um, I mean, have you ever made butter rolls? Now that's a sweet dessert, and I don't. That wouldn't be my kind of dessert, but I make those too. Now that's a sweet dessert. I haven't did a video making those sweet rolls yet, but I will. But when you bake from scratch, it's more work. But that's what I'm used to. Okay. But when I do the butter rolls videos, I hope you see it. And I don't know when I do some of those, but when I make some, I definitely do the video so you can see it. Okay, you like the butter rolls too, also, Rochelle? I really don't. It's rich. It's very sweet, and it's very rich because you have to use so much butter with it. But like I say, that wouldn't be my kind of dessert. I like a cheesecake, and coconut cake. If I bake a cheesecake and a coconut cake, I pretty much eat that whole coconut cake myself. Now, sometimes my husband might get a slice or two out of it, but most of the time, I'm going to eat most of that cake myself. So you kind of got me with a coconut cake and cheesecake. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing when you bake from scratch. It tastes better to me. And I'm not knocking box cake, but it just have a different taste. Yes, it does. It sure does. It has a very good taste to me. It tastes better. But like I say, I'm not knocking box cakes because we do what works for us. And the reason why I bake from scratch, I would just raise, that's the way my mom would bake from scratch. Like the lemon meringue pie, I make those from scratch. Like I say, every dessert I do is from scratch. Cookies, sometimes I make candy. I have made candy from scratch. It tastes better, but then the box cakes are quicker. And don't get me wrong, some of those cakes taste pretty good too. Okay, thank you, Topaz. Look at the one with the tea cakes, and if you don't want, like I say, that's not a real sweet dessert, and that would be good if you don't like your dessert to be really sweet, real sweet. The rest of them are pretty sweet. Like I guess a red velvet cake is not real sweet either. It just all depends. I think I did a German chocolate cake also, and that's not really real sweet either. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. A lot of men really are good cooks. That's good. It really is. Okay, thank you for coming in, Topaz. Have a blessed evening. Okay, thank you. So, do y'all have any more questions you would like to ask me? I'll be glad to try to answer them. Well, that's good. A lot of men, I don't know whether they can bake. Some men can really cook, but I mean, like cooking, frying, and all that. But I don't know whether all men, I don't think, can bake, like sweet potato pies and pecan pies. Everybody can't do that. So that was good. That was really good. Well, do you bake the pies yourself now, like sweet potato pies and pecan pies, or your son make them? I did a cake ball, cake pops video, but the only thing, the last time I made this video, I didn't. Oh, did they? Okay, so they told you to stop, huh? Well, that's okay too. I made some cake pops, and that's a simple dessert. It's just cake, but you gotta you get after the cake gets done, you can like if you got grandkids or kids or something that come over and they want cake, it's really cake balls, you put them on a stick, but you have to take your cake, you can use a spoon, fork, you can break it up, and you can just use your hand and kind of break it up good and put you some icing in there and make sure it doesn't have to be just real smooth, but you mix it up in there good and you put icing in there and flavor. The last one I made, I didn't even put butter with the flavor. I use Philadelphia cream cheese, confectioner sugar, a little milk, and flavor. And I made some cake balls, and kids like those too. When you finish with them, you just roll them up, just make them in a ball, and put them on a stick, and you got cake pops. But the video I did this time, the last time I didn't have any sticks, so I just made cake balls instead of cake pops. Yeah, it's simple. It is. It's the same as making a cake, but the only thing you need to do if you make a small cake, you just pour the icing, break the cake up, pour the icing in it, and just have your flavor, whatever you want to use, what kind of icing or whatever. If you want chocolate, you use your chocolate icing, and you just make it into balls and put it on a stick, and those are what you call cake pops. But if you do them like I did the last video, I call them cake balls because I was out of sticks. But they're a good dessert. It's just cake on a stick. Yeah, they're like that. They really will. Instead of having to slice it, you just have it on a ball and just have it on a stick. I usually get mine from Walmart, and then you don't have to put them on a stick. You can just form it into a ball, and it's going to be the same. It just won't be on stick. They're good, really good. Hold on just a moment. Somebody's at the door. So if you would happen to make you some cake balls, make a video. Let me be able to see them. Okay, hello, Kimberly Harris. How are you? Welcome to the live. This is my first live, and if you have a question or something you want to ask me, I would be glad to try to answer it. Thanks for coming. So if you would all, even though I don't see, but I think it's just two of you in here now. But if you want to try to connect, if you don't already have each other, just go ahead and connect. Kimberly, do we have one another? Because I don't know whether I do or not. I don't know whether I have you or not. Okay. Well, if you would like to, if you would watch some of my videos and you would like what you see, I hope we can connect with one another. I'm going to check and see. Okay, you've been subscribed to me for a while. Okay. Okay. I'm going to make sure I check and see. All these pens I have here, and then I grab one that don't want to, kind of want to, don't want to. Right. Okay, thank you, Miss Jackson Brown, for coming. And I say, Miss Jackson Brown, I'm calling you by your what I should be saying, Miss Rochelle. But I thank you so much for coming in. Have a good night. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. So how are you doing now? Uh, for constipation, I don't know. Really, you probably can take. I would say, I would say, try some prune juice. Have you ever had any? Have you ever tried any prune juice? Okay. Well, that's good. You're feeling okay. But I would say maybe prune juice. Um, okay. Okay. I didn't know you were still in here, Miss Mason. I thought maybe you had left. And then you know what? Try an apple. Get you some green apples. Try some of those. Okay. You might need to, at least if you can. Some people don't like fruit, but if you can, try to eat at least two green apples a day and see will that help if the prune juice doesn't help. Okay. Well, eat some of those green apples. It might get you going. I would say that it might. And then try to do you drink a lot of water? You might need to drink a little more. You might need to drink a little more water. Water is good for it too. Uh, I didn't have to cook today. My sister cooked today, so I had an off day. As for like cooking breakfast, I cooked sausage, egg, and made sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches this morning. Yeah, that's a pretty good breakfast. But sometimes I'd rather not eat sausage and egg every morning, which I don't cook it every morning, but I cook for my husband and son. And sometimes when I finish cooking for them, I don't want the breakfast I've cooked for them. I want something different. So it's a good breakfast, but uh, sometimes I'll be just fine, like boiling a piece of turkey sausage for myself. Okay. Have you ever seen any of my baking videos? I've baked tea cakes. I've did the red velvet cake. I also did the German chocolate cake. Okay. Oh yeah, you busy then if you work three jobs. Uh, have you seen any of those videos? The German chocolate cake, the tea cake video, the red velvet, and I did some cake pops. That was the last video I did. But the only thing about it, I didn't have any sticks, so I just made some cake balls. But I still call them cake pops. Okay, so you saw the red velvet. Okay. But did you see the pecan pie video? Okay, well, this is my first live. I'm from the state of Mississippi. Okay, you watched the pasta or noodle eating. That was pretty good. And it was really good. I didn't have to cook. My sister cooked that. So it was good. And anytime I have a day off from cooking, I really appreciate it when someone else cook for me. Because most of the time I cook pretty much every day, even on Sundays. And when you have a family, you have to do that. Or else eat out. And I'm not too much into eating out. It's just not something I really like doing often. Well, it's okay right now. It was kind of chilly this morning, but it's nice right now. How's the weather where you're from? Okay, so it's been mild. So what's the temperature like in the part of like in the afternoon? What's the how does the temperature usually get? How, how high has the temperature been so far? Okay, okay, in the summer it's scorching near 100. Okay, well it's pretty much like that here too in the summer. Okay, been the past 2 weeks have been 70s. Okay, that's sort of like here too for right now. I mean, it's nice outside right now, but this morning it was a little chilly, but it's not. Well, I'm a person, I'm usually cold when everybody else here isn't that cool. So, but that's nice weather. Well, I won't say I love the cold, but either way, I mean, we just have to dress accordingly when you go out for the cold. And when it's hot, either way, I don't complain either way. If it's cold, I just know I got to grab me a coat. And when it's hot, I just know I don't need a coat. So, I just be thankful to be here to enjoy the weather either way. So I don't try to complain about it. So you love the cold. A lot of people love cold weather. I don't. Okay, let me know what you think about the videos then because I'm gonna do more cooking videos. Um, I'm gonna do cooking, baking, and then let me know what you would like for me, what you'd like to see me do. And I appreciate you for coming into the live. Okay, Miss Mason, are we connected already? Okay, okay. So you're in Flint, Michigan. Okay. Well, how's the weather there? Okay. Well, that's still nice weather. It's not too cool. So that's just like weather that you just wear when you go out. You can just wear a light jacket with that, with the temperatures like that, 50s and 60s. That's not bad at all. And when I say it's not bad at all, you won't have to grab your biggest coat for the 50s and 60s temperature. Okay. Does it stop you from does it stop you from where you can go to work, or you still be able to get out and go to work after it gets that way? Hey, Peter, can you turn down a little bit more? Okay, thank you. Okay. Well, see, here in Mississippi, we don't get a lot of snow. Uh, when it snow, it doesn't be enough to really make us have to need to stay in. Okay, so you've been there most of your life. Okay. So, which of my videos do you like seeing the most? Because I do so many different things, uh, different videos. Okay. No, I really haven't. What's going on with the water? Okay. So you love the baking videos. Okay. Well, I'm going to do some more baking videos. Okay. Okay. So that means pretty much most of the time you have to buy your drinking water. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. So the celebrities in and bring you water, you all water. So that's really good too. But yeah, so you still paying big water bills. Well, I hope they get things straightened out there. Well, okay then. If you said they claim they have fixed the problem, will you be you don't trust it enough to boil it before you drink it, or you just won't drink any right now? See, you can always boil it. If you know when you get ready to cook, just boil it. I would say for at least a minute or more, and then you'll probably still be able to cook and use that same water. But I wouldn't say just go ahead and cook and don't boil it first. Okay, okay, okay. Well, I hope everything gets straightened out for you all because water is a necessity. And if you don't trust it enough to drink it, but it's good the celebrities bring you all water, that's a good thing. Because I guess if you couldn't get it that way, you would just really feel uncomfortable. And you know, we all need water. God bless you, and you have a good night. You should have. You should have. You could have. It's still my first time. I'm doing a live stream. That's what I was doing a live stream. Let's do it. Where I be talking to people, but they be typing. I'm talking to them. I didn't expect it turned out as my first time. That's what they like. People ask questions, whatever. So I see it's easy to do now. I do one maybe once in a week. You could have picked your food days up and share with potato tots. So you gonna do it? Let me go up here and turn the thing. Come on, you might need to show me it. Okay, I gotta end my live here. I thought I had ended.